New updates on Tesla's Model 3 refreshed, codenamed Project Highland, the first time ever sightings of this new car, new updates on the appearance, price, inventory, and more. Let's go over all of that in today's video. Just days ago, an interesting sighting out of Giga Shanghai. In our last video, we talked about a specific cutoff date for current Model 3 production and then transitioning into part and full production of the Project Highland. Just recently spotted out of Shanghai, could this be the new Project Highland? About 180 under wraps vehicles seem to be parked out of Shanghai. This fits perfectly in line with that August 14th cutoff date because now, days later, as we were suspecting, these could be the first ever units being produced out of Shanghai of the Project Highland being highly covered in under wraps. Let's dig into this. So it's uncommon that Tesla would cover this many vehicles, 180 in fact, spotted by a YouTube drone channel over Shanghai, even with a Cybertruck, and we've seen leaked images of those features come out online. We have not seen this many vehicles covered. So could this be the first sign that shipments of the new Project Highland are soon coming? Big updates on the appearance, hardware, and price. What is the price going to be? Well, we've reported on this in past videos at $27,000 is some resources estimates on the Model 3's Project Highland price. Let's get into these big updates. One of the biggest resources on X, formerly Twitter, Tesla China analyst, breaks down the appearance, price, and inventory. Let's get into point number one, the appearance. It does say that the new Model 3 will look more so like the Model S than anything, especially with brand new headlights, which we talked about in the last video, the first ever images leaked of those. Here's a concrete date. We talked about that cutoff date of August 14th, ending old production and starting new. Well, now August 25th, our eyes are on that date. The trial production phase has ended. Production ramp up with stress testing will begin on August 25th. Is this car going to be $27,000 and when can you order that? And also a new resource saying that we're barely going to be able to recognize any differences from the Project Highland versus the old model. We're going to get into that in a minute, but listen to this. More production updates. By early September, the daily production capacity is expected to reach approximately 1,200 units. And now a big update about the hardware. Big news coming to the channel that will allow you to be the first to know when this Project Highland is available. So consider subscribing, and if you are a subscriber, thank you. Let's get on to the next point. So this one's strange. They go on to say that not hardware 4, but hardware 3.5 is coming, and that Tesla is still going to rely on Tesla Vision with all the radar removed. Well, when I looked up Tesla hardware 3.5, I could find nothing. So I wonder if this is a new version that's not quite hardware 4. That would not make sense because Tesla wants to be consistent. But let's talk about this price. What is it going to be? Other resources are reporting that the hardware 4 is in fact not coming, at least for now, to the new Project Highland, saying that Tesla Model 3 Highland will not feature hardware 4, rather, like we spoke about, will begin production stress testing soon. They are doubling down on their predictions for price, saying that the price is actually going to be $27,000 US equivalent dollars, or 200,000 yuan, which is China's currency. So $27,000. I pose the question that we're all wondering, is this the cost to make the vehicle, or is this going to be the customer's price? The manufacturing cost of the entire vehicle was significantly decreased. They go on to say there's going to be a single piece casting. Remember, we talked in other videos of a dual casting, and now significant reduction in wiring harnesses and the use of new materials. If you're unaware, the China EV market is more competitive, with a large player named BYD charging around 27,000 US dollars for their vehicle. So I think this 27,000 may be what Shanghai introduces the Project Highland in China, but in the United States, I expect it to be right around what the prices are right now. Definitely not $27,000. Let's go into this new news. Resources are saying that changes will be small. What is that about? Another strong resource out of Shanghai has reported very surprising news. saying that they have spoken to a Tesla employee and they said that the new Project Highland, the exterior redesign, will be very close with almost no difference in what we see changed. The ex-user then attached new photos that I've never seen before. These are obviously renderings, but what do you think? Is this enough change for you to buy or wait for the Project Highland? Two new pictures where we see the new modern, more sleeker, modern design in the front with the fender, and those new narrow, longer, it seems, headlights as well, which mimic the look of the Model S. What do you think? Is this enough change, or is it the same as we've seen? Just to give you some perspective on what others are saying about this refresh, to be honest, I'm more of a fan of the original Model 3 in this case. I think that the current Model 3 is beautiful, but a redesign and upgrade is overdue for the Chinese market. Now let's read this interesting next comment. That's one take on the exterior's refresh. The interior is also getting a big redesign. We have a brand new picture of what seems to be the Project Highland's new door. We've shared an image on past videos, but this is a brand new one, so stick around for that. But read this comment and tell me if you agree. The exterior refresh will disappoint, just as recent S and X refresh. Everything big will be on the interior, aligning to the S and X, and this is the important part. A lot of drivers are not looking forward to this if it actually happens. This will be stockless in being a 48-volt architecture. That stockless change is up for big debate. They finish and say, to most it'll be a boring flop of new headlights, but it'll be a big deal. Does this mean that what we talked about earlier when the redesign will be hardly noticeable? Do you think this is the case? Or are you still excited to see some of those exterior and interior changes? And finally, a clearer picture of what seems to be the new Project Highland's door, that Alcantara fabric being replaced with what Tesla is calling a non-woven fabric, a more recyclable new material. So what do you think about this new non-woven fabric look? It looks a little bit sleeker. What do you think about its maintenance, its easeability to clean, and style? What do you think about this new feature coming to the Project Highland? Double down on price. Is this thing going to be anywhere near $27,000? That's really interesting. Stay tuned. August 25th, are we going to see even more uncovered vehicles rolling out of Shanghai? And will we see deliveries around the world for this new Project Highland? This thing is a saga. It literally changes every few days. Will those all be true? The only way I know, of course, you like these Project Highland updates is to drop a like and consider subscribing so you don't miss a thing. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.